Hi everybody. Today what we're going to be doing is we're reading from Saving Sadie. This is the summer series. We're going to be reading a little bit each time from her book. Today what we're going to do is we're going to read about endorsements called Praise for Saving Sadie. And this is from Fern Michaels, who is a New York Times best-selling author. As an avid animal lover and owner of 4 fur babies of my own, 1 stray cat who found her way to my home to become a part of my family, I understand Joelle Dursey Dower's love for Sadie. Right, boo-boo? Yeah, love for Sadie, who was rescued from a no-kill shelter. I immediately fell in love, yeah, like I did too, right? I immediately fell in love with Sadie, as you all will too. Please, I urge all of you animal lovers out there, don't walk, run to your bookstore to buy this wonderful, inspiring book. And then I urge you to do what you can for all of the animals out there. Please. And all the animals who don't have a Joelle Dursey Dower, to come to get them or to give them a better life. It's because that's what I'm going to do as soon as I get off this testimonial. Again, that's from Fern Michaels. That's just going to be a little bit of a sniglet from our book. And watch for us every week as we read a little bit more from Saving Sadie. And it's going to be at Sam's Club this summer, as well as every bookstore you know. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye for now. Hi everyone. We are reading again in our summer series of Sadie's book, Saving Sadie, How a Dog That No One Wanted Inspired the World. We're in the beginning of the book right now. On the other hand, maybe I was so drawn to Sadie, not because of her pitiful state, but instead because it was my nature to be a fixer. My first impulse when I see something broken is to pick it up, fix it, make it whole again, and Sadie was just about as broken a dog could be. Then maybe it wasn't Sadie's desperate expression or my fixer persona that led me to make the choice, that maybe it was just the magic of something that was meant to be, the result of any unseen forces that move within and among and around us, nudging us to take on paths we were always destined to follow. Right, Sadie? Sadie, you taking a snooze right now? Well, what about people that want to see your pretty face? Here you go. Pretty face? Okay, you can take a little snooze. All right? All right, we continue. You are not going to adopt this dog. I warn myself. You already have 3 fur babies at home. All you're going to do is find out whether or not Sadie might be fixed. And in that moment, I truly believed that my heart might override, my head might override my heart just this time. So there you go, right? And we've got Kit Kat over here and Sadie over here. We will continue just little sniglets of her book, all right? And there you go. Stay tuned for more, and thanks so much for watching. Right, Sadie? Bye for now. Hi, everyone. We're here again singing praises of Sadie and reading from her book. Hey, Boo-Boo, what are you doing? She's taking a little snooze. So what we're going to do now is it's in the book, but we're going to be reading a little bit from her movie in the beginning. And the voiceover goes, the other day, I heard someone talking about how lonely they were. They said that they were sad because people were making fun of them. Sadie, did anybody ever make fun of you? Oh, how could they do that, right? They wouldn't make fun of you. Saying really bad things about them, things that weren't true, things that hurt a lot. They said that it had gotten so bad that they didn't even see the point of living anymore. And I remember feeling totally alone, abandoned. Now this is Sadie talking. I couldn't understand how someone could be so mean to me. I hadn't done anything to them. It was getting darker and colder, and even though I didn't want to leave, I could feel my world slipping away. I started feeling sad, thinking about all the things I would miss if my life ended that night. This is very powerful. This is about anti-bullying. What I didn't realize, this is Sadie still talking, was that there were people who heard the shots and came running. You want to go running. Yeah, you want to go running. Not yet. Who heard the shots and came running to see what was wrong. Came to see if they could help me. They didn't want the bully to have the last word. We're going to leave you at that point because I think Miss Sadie's got to make a pit stop outside. So we will leave you. We'll see you again for the summer series. Have a great summer. Stay tuned. There's so much more. Thanks for watching. Yes, we're back again, reading Sadie's book, Saving Sadie, How a Dog No One Wanted Inspired the World. Right, Sadie? Yes, sir. Okay, we'll continue. No, I told her, we are not going to euthanize Sadie now. Not even realizing that I had made a decision until the words left my mouth. I'm taking Sadie home. I understand what you're saying, I said to the doctor, but I will consider it. But I need more time. Let me call you tomorrow. I wasn't ready to let Sadie go. I was still holding out hope that there might be some way to make her better and get her walking again. As I scooped Sadie up once more and carried her back to my SUV, her weight suddenly seemed to double in my arms. And I refused to think about what it might be like to care for a dog with this level of special needs. Yeah, you. Long term. I had only been Sadie's foster mom for a few hours, and I was already exhausted. What would this be like 24/7? No, Joelle, don't go there, I warned myself. It's still possible that Sadie can be fixed. All she needs is someone to believe in her. And you know what, boo-boo? I believe in you. Come so far, right? So that's another excerpt from her book, Saving Sadie, How a Dog No One Wanted Inspired the World. It is for sale everywhere books are sold, 5-star reviews all over Amazon. We are at Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, now at Sam's Club, and wherever books are sold, any of your independent bookstores. If they don't have it, ask them to get it. You will be inspired. Thanks so much, and we'll be reading again soon. Enjoy your summer. Thank you for staying with us on our reading journey. We're in the beginning of our book, and I have decided I'm giving it a week, I said, surprising even myself with my stamped decision. I'm going to see how Sadie and I handle the next 7 days. What do you see over there? Oh, is there a doggy over there? Oh, the personality's coming out, folks. Personality, tails going. We're very interested in that doggy, aren't we? Do you want me to read? You do? Okay, I'm going to continue, okay? People don't know what kind of a crazy personality she has. But yeah, she's a crazy girl, right? Momo loves you. Okay, going back to the story. I'm giving it a week, I said, surprising even myself with my snap decision. I'm going to see how Sadie and I handle the next 7 days. After 1 week, if I decide that this isn't workable, I will have her euthanized. Well, we see how that turned out. But at least I will have gotten Sadie the best darn week of her life. I had tears in my eyes as I pulled out of the parking lot and onto busy Janesville Road. I glanced in the rearview mirror and saw Sadie sitting up, nose pressed to the window, watching intently as the world flew by. I knew I had some serious decisions to make, but one thing was actually certain in my mind. Sadie was never, ever going back to live out her days in an animal shelter. Either I would commit to rehabbing her and getting her walking again, or I would have her put down, because if it came clear that her life would be too painful and too limiting for her to endure. Even so, I seriously questioned whether I had the physical, emotional, and financial resources to care for a dog that had so much wrong with her. At that moment, all Sadie and I had was a thimbleful of hope. But sometimes, even a thimbleful of hope is enough to keep you going. And guess what? We did keep going, thanks to all the people around the world who believed in you, right? We all believed in you, Sadie. You're doing a great job. Stay tuned for more. And again, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy. Welcome back, everybody, to our summer series reading Sadie's book, Saving Sadie, How a Dog No One Wanted Inspired the World. I certainly hope you're enjoying this as much as we are, because we're having a good time too, aren't we, Boo-Boo? Yes, we are. And the story continues. Once settled at home, I kept searching for glimpses of the real Sadie I had seen earlier, although briefly, at the shelter and afterward. What had happened to that bright, energetic, affectionate dog who was trapped inside a mangled body and just itching to get out? I wondered, had Sadie lost the will to live? Had she suffered brain damage from the bullet lodged in her forehead? The x-rays suggested that the bullet was lodged in the soft tissue and hadn't breached the skull. But we couldn't yet be certain of the extent of the damage. I had wanted to save Sadie from the moment I first laid eyes on her. But was there even a dog inside there somewhere worth saving? Suddenly, I was forced to ask myself some very difficult and painful questions. Right, Sadie? Right? She's not talking right now. In my mind, it was important that Sadie show at least some progress, right? Did you show some progress? I think you did. And physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, during the first week, in order to justify either of us sticking with this dog long term. Should we stick with this long term? I think we know the answer to that. We're going to stick with it long term, aren't we, Sadie? Okay, and it goes on. I knew how cruel and selfish it would be to ask a beautiful, intelligent, dignified hunting dog like Sadie to spend the rest of her life incontinent, slowly and painfully staggering forward as she dragged her lifeless back legs behind her like so much dead weight. That was clearly not the future I envisioned for her, or the future that she deserved. Well, like I said before, we know how that turned out, right? So stay with us again. Come on over, and we will keep reading from our wonderful book, Saving Sadie. Thanks so much. We'll see you again.